Yes, in Hebrew it's Tchilat Limud Pliyah. Meaning, to understand, to learn properly, one should start with a will to wonder. Really, what is behind this thing? What is behind? So wondering. No? A man thinks he understands everything. No, when you come to something, you have to wonder. Very important. Very important principle in studying, learning. A man really should wonder, because then you will understand things better. So this also says, Pele, bring to Aleph. Yeah, if you're really wondering, then. So, amazing teaching in the order of the letters. Aleph, Lamed, Pe, and Pe, Lamed, Aleph. So, I mean, everything have to be on the right place, you know. If not, then you have troubles. The same thing with Aleph, you know. If you put the Pe, which is supposed to be in the end, before, not like in the beginning, but before the Lamed, then you have Ofel. Not Ofel in English, but Ofel in Hebrew, which is darkness. Yeah. If you don't use things properly, instead of really studying, learning, you put the mouse, the Pe, yeah, before, too quick, so you are in darkness, you don't understand things properly. It's amazing to see how much you can play, not really play, almost play like Pele, yeah, with the letter Aleph. Perhaps for a joke I will give you, like in English you have this phenomena, but also because it is, English comes from Hebrew. Yeah, I wrote a book, Hebrew Source of Language, showing that a lot of Hebrew, English words, better to say, have to do with Hebrew. Now, let us take something very interesting. In English, something which is not right is a false. You know, this is false, it's not right. Now, in Hebrew, the same letter makes Pe Lamed Samech, just as we discussed. Now, if you take the English word false and you write it in Hebrew letters, you have F, L, S, false, right? Which in Hebrew, Pe Lamed Samech. Pe Lamed Samech. Now, Pe Lamed Samech, but in English, you have to write from the left. So, Salof, in Hebrew, you know what is Salof in Hebrew? The Salef, Shochad is Salef. Falsifying thing. Twisting thing, not doing the straight. Salof. Amazing. So it means the Hebrew word Salof in Hebrew, which is from right to left. In English, that you read from left to right, so the Hebrew word Salof is exactly the right way like Hebrew. Now, what is the opposite letters of Salof? Peles. Peles, Magal Raglecha. Peles is straight. Yeah, Peles is straight. And Salof is crooked, not straight. Yeah? Amazing. The English word false is like Salof. So, the interesting examples you can read from right to left and left to right, but this is interesting. So, going back to the Aleph, yeah, so we saw Aleph 1, godliness, divinity. Most of the Hebrew words to do with God, you say Loka, Kel, Adnut, yeah, every Aleph. So Aleph represents, as we said, God, godliness. And godliness, this is in man, the soul, the neshama, right, the neshama. So this is why Adam is called Adam. Because Adam and man is combined of Aleph, God, which is the shape of the Aleph like God, and Dam. Dam, what is Dam? Flesh and Dam, blood. Blood is a nefesh. Dam or a nefesh. So what is really a man? Adam is Aleph, Dam. If you take the Aleph, if a man, in fact the Shla says, one of the Kohen says that when Adam sinned, so the Aleph like was flowing with him, from him. Because Aleph in man, this is a divine spark, the divine neshama. So Adam, yeah, if you take the Aleph away, so the man remains with Dam, a Dam person, yeah, Domem. So Aleph really build up the man, neshama, learning, as we said, studying, this is what the man is. Otherwise, it's like an animal, not a man, yeah? Then, also, other verses really, which have the Aleph in them, represent divinity. Take truth. Truth is the essence of everything, yeah? Elohim Emet. Truth, definitely. Also, truth, the build-up of the letter truth is very interesting. You have the Aleph, which is always the first one. You have the Mem, which is the middle, by the way, Mem, middle, yeah. And then you have the Taf, the last letter, so Emet. Emet is from the beginning to the middle to the end. They have a full picture. When you have the full picture from the past is the future. Not if one, unfortunately, reform and all these new things, Zionists said, let us forget our beginning, let us start a new one, yeah, from now. Let us leave the past, what our fathers, the Torah, this. Let us start a new, nice. So you know what happened? So they throw away the Aleph. So what happened? Met is dead, by the way. Will not have continuation. They make a mess of themselves, perhaps. Yeah, because if you take away the past, if a man does not want to live with the past, to know what are his forefathers, what is history about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to know where we are, what is the Jewish nation. Not like the Zionists, we said, when they came and said, let us forget the past, a new one will start. Let's see when they start a new one, don't know how long it will going to stay. But if one leaves the roots of the past, there is a mess, it's death, no continuation. Amazing, you see it so clearly. So Adam and Emet definitely go with this. The same thing, even the land, Eretz, land, Eretz. Aleph Resh Tzadik, you see it. Also, this is the basis of creation, The divine spark, this is atom also starts with Aleph. But this is really the essence. Also, very, very deep idea behind the word Eretz, Aleph, Ras, like the Aleph, which is running all the time. Today we know the atom and everything in Earth is running. Interesting, the Medrash says Aleph, Ras, yeah. Aleph, Ras, they are in Rash, they are all the time running. Now today we see clearly this running all the time of the atom of the. So this is word Eretz, yeah, Aleph Ras. Again, the Aleph. So the Aleph is the basis of everything. Emunah, Amen. You say Amen. Aleph, Amen. Because Aleph is really the basis of everything. So you see it, as we said, in its shape, in Gematria, and everything. And also, as we said, important teachings, that the order should be the same, the proper one. Otherwise, Campele, wandering, you don't understand things, darkness, awful, Everything should be in the right way. Like a man, it's such important teaching that Aleph, Lamed, Pe, learn properly, yeah, and only then open your mouth. We are now nearing Tisha B'Av, yeah, not Tisha B'Av, 3 weeks, the 9th of Av. More than 100 troubles happened to Jews. Expulsion of Spain, definitely the destruction of the first temple, second temple, almost the expulsion of Gush Katif. When they realized that they are going to do the 9th of Av, they did 1 day after. Still, look, you know why? Because one of the, I think it was a French historian who said, he worked out all over history and he saw that the greatest tragedies happened to Jews on the 9th of Av. So he said, for me, the clear proof there is God. There can be such a thing. And he's right, because this was the Medrash says, when Jews came on 9th of Av and they cried, so God said to the Jews, you are crying for nothing on this day. All over history will cry for something. Yeah? So it means the idea of tragedies happening in this day is to strengthen the faith of Jews in God. It is a very known thing that Jews, the decree, the Inquisition, Ferdinand said the Jews had to leave the country on the 1st of July. He said no Jew should go wherever they go to the desert. And no, they did not know that the 1st of July at that time, it was Tisha B'Av. So he said, if we will know how much it strengthens the Jews' belief in God in the Torah, we would not do it. Right? So this is the 9th of Av. Now, why I mentioned it? Because it's very interesting, also connected with the idea of the letter Aleph. Why? Because our rabbis tell us what was the sin of the spies. They did not tell the truth and so on. It was a reason why, because, they were interesting to be president, still in the desert, they thought it's good. But it was really ulterior motives that because of this, if a man is interested in something, he sees things according to what suits him. So our rabbis tell us, when they went to Israel, they saw funerals. They saw giants. Ooh, this is frightening, such a land. People are dying day after day. So, but it was good for Jews. As our rabbis tell us, that there will be the funerals, and they will not see those strangers going around spying the land. But they were interested not to go into the land. So what was wrong? So our rabbis tell us an amazing thing. He said that they spoke before they saw. They spoke, they opened their mouth before they saw. What do you mean before they saw? Before they saw. What is before seeing, better to say? Before, in Hebrew, seeing, you call it ayin, but ayin is also to contemplate, to understand deep things. Yeah? So, the idea of speaking before seeing, simple, you speak according to what's, not according to what is the truth that you see things, but you interpret it according to what suits you, because we know that the mouth is a pen, as you call in Hebrew, the pen of the heart. People speak what suits them in the heart. Yeah, their feelings, their emotions, their interests. So our rabbis tell us that this was the root of this sin, speaking before seeing, which is exactly as we said, you open your mouth before the Aleph Lamed, before you learn the thing properly. Now, as a result, because of this, we read on Tisha B'Av lamentation called Eicha, lamentation. And in this book, we have, in the first chapter, all the 22 verses according to alphabet. Eicha Yashva Aleph, and Bachot Yivke, and so on. But the other chapter, the second, you have this order in the letter Ayin and Peh. Well, normally, in alphabet, you have the letter Ayin, Peh, Tzadi, Kuf. So in there you have Peh before the Ayin. To remind Jews, remember that your sin of the spies, we brought this disaster to you, is because you spoke before you saw. And this is a trouble today also, unfortunately. People speak before they understand, before they see. You said, no, even if you don't think, they don't think what are the codes. You don't see the Torah codes, what is behind, how it works, how really sensitive. Understood. No, it's nonsense, nothing. I don't want to believe in the codes in the Torah. They want to live, it suits them, not according to the Torah. This is a fact, what we can do. So this is right, what Tisha B'Av to teach us, the importance of thinking, learning before speaking. By the way, it is very interesting teaching in the order of the alphabet. Yeah, our rabbis, the Gemara says in Sabbath, Aleph, first learning Ulpan, then Bet, understand, then Gimel Dalet, then Gomel Dalim, then El Azer, Gomel Dalim, then God will with you. But interesting is that you have the letter really, Ayin, first Ayin, first C, then Pei, then open your mouth, then Tzadik, then be a Tzadik, then be Kadosh. Somebody, Kedushas Levi says that the letter before Ayin is Samach. Samach in Hebrew is round, Everything like Satum, Sagur. The letter Samach represents closing. So he said, if you close your eye and your mouth, definitely be a Tzadik and holy. Yeah, interesting. So altogether, I think that we today explain you a little bit. Is much more about the letter Aleph. Yeah, what it represents, and to show you how much